Okay, hello. How are we all doing? Let me just check the audio. Okay, hello. Right, that's working. That's cool. Brilliant. Okay, right. Welcome everybody. Welcome Nick. Welcome Scotty, and welcome the 17 other people. I think. Hang on. Yeah, we've got 8 people here on YouTube, and we've got 9 people on X. If you're on X, leave a comment because that rarely happens. Actually, it's not a comment. Actually, if you actually use the chat thing with the, where the live stream is playing, I think that's the one that I can see on the software we're using to do the show. So that's really cool. There's actually more people on X than there are on YouTube, which is always amazing, I think. Anyway. Brilliant. Stella Jennings, that's Jeff, isn't it? I think. Good morning, all. How high are we going? How high do you want to go? Yeah, people are looking bullish. Well, thinking bullish anyway. Who was that? Scotty now. Scotty said, he said, hi, SWC, get ready for the bounce. Okay, so I actually agree, but I would love to know why you think that. Um, Me myself, I mean, looking here on Bitcoin on the 6-minute time frame, which is what I was doing yesterday. It went green yesterday, didn't it? And that was like, oh no, it was this morning. That was that been green already? Oh, okay, no, so that was, yeah, okay, so that went green. Oh, what day is it? That's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, so that went green this morning at like 3 o'clock in the morning UK time. We are actually down a little bit since it went green. However, now we are doing that thing that I spoke about, which is the crossing that lower boundary of the inner channel here on Stonksy. Now, what I pointed out yesterday is that when that's falling quite steeply, it tends to follow it down for a bit. So, you know, if you were looking for a long entry now, I'd just hang on a few minutes, because I think this might come down a little bit further. But we can keep an eye on that and see what we think. But yeah, overall, I think I'm bullish. Cyprian's here. Hello, Cyprian. Brilliant. I love it when you get all the OGs here. Would be good to see some new people as well. If you're just sitting there in the shadows, lurking behind your keyboard, say hello, because I'd love to see who's here. Oh, hello, Math's here. Brilliant. Math is my mate. I do a lot of work with him over on my channel. By the way, my name's Saver Crypto. I'm from the YouTube channel called Saver Crypto. I do some work for Stonksy. I'm filling in for Dave this week because Dave is away on holiday somewhere in some Yorkshire moor somewhere. I hope he's having a lovely time. And I don't know how he does it, to be honest. You know, every single day he's here at 1 o'clock, sort of, you know, doing his thing for 2 hours, which is, you know, it's pretty good fun, I must admit. But, you know, to have to do it every day, I suppose it's actually only, what does he do? He does 5 weekdays and then he does a Sunday night, doesn't he? So yeah, it's you know, it's a fairly, it's not just like you're sitting behind a desk, you know, fiddling with a keyboard. It's kind of like you have to, you know, think about what you're going to talk about and you know, just do it really. And you know, I can't just sit here and look at the chart and say nothing, can I? Like that doesn't sound very good, does it? So I have to keep babbling away, which is I hope that's okay. Dave's a machine. He is probably a machine, isn't he? Yeah, he's a good lad though. Anyway, but I do actually enjoy the Wednesdays I have with him, because I do normally guest with Dave on the Wednesday. So I'm just gonna have a slurp of coffee. Hang on a sec. I made it so strong. It's like I don't know. I might end up being a bit wired for the rest of the show, but we'll see what happens. Oh, right. That's oh, blimey. That's a spine shiverer. Right. Brilliant. Anyway, so where are we now? I've got another screen up and I'm looking at the price of CRO, so I better not do that, because otherwise I'm going to get confused. And because I've got a trade on with some CRO, which just went down a little bit, but as did Bitcoin actually. Anyway, so what we're doing? There's a couple of things I was going to mention actually. Yesterday I was showing you over here how to make a watch list from the screener on TradingView. I will show you again in a moment, because I still think it's brilliant. What I also talked about on a video on my own Telegram group, I talked about how to make an alert for a watch list on TradingView, and I thought naively, I thought you could probably do that on all the paid plans, and in fact it's not. It's only on the premium plans. So it was a little bit disappointing for the people in my group who only had like either the free version or the essential, I think it's called. So you know, it was like amazingly good timing that this offer cropped up here on TradingView. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but this is actually pretty good. this runs for another 5 days. Now, to be honest, I've been using the essential level of TradingView. I've been using it for like, well, forever, really, since 2020, 2021, whatever. And it's been fine for everything I wanted, because, 2 charts per tab, and I don't really need the 1 second time interval. It's been absolutely fine. But for various things I'm doing at the moment, there are a few things extra I want. Like, I do really want to have 3 charts per tab. I find that to be really useful. And yeah, so I've been thinking about, upgrading my level of account for quite a while now. And in fact, for various things I do on my own channel, I did actually have to upgrade to the premium level, mainly so I could publish invite-only scripts and things like that. If you're a regular viewer on my channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. But so the premium, I mean, I did get it in, I think I got it in September. No, not September. I got it in August. But what I did was I converted my essential one into a premium one, which you can always do. But what it meant is, like, rather than having 70 days left or whatever it was all of a sudden like 11 days, because it was like so much more expensive. And I was thinking, well, okay, well, I'll just carry on paying that price until Black Friday, when the offer comes round. Which they always do. TradingView always, in fact, all they ever used to do was to do special offers on like the Black, coming up to Black Friday, going into Cyber Monday. Then it would usually go on to like the Tuesday or the Wednesday the following week. But the discounts were always really, really good. But they've actually had a few this year. I think there was one at Easter, I think, and then there was one in the summer, and now they've got this one called the Crypto Boom Sale. Now this is actually really good, because I mean, the prices here are in pounds, so my apologies if you're normally in dollars or, euros or something. But this is the price in pounds. So, normally I was paying the equivalent of about £15 a month, I suppose. And at the moment, you can get that with 30% off. So that would work out at like £10.49 a month. That's if you pay it annually, okay? But for like an extra bit, not very much at all, you can get the premium one for $17.98. Now, obviously, the pricing of this middle one, the plus one, is like ridiculous, isn't it? This is like it's like the small, medium, and large drinks. It's like the medium one only exists to sell the large one, because nobody wants it. You either want a small one or you want the large. And the medium one is just there to make the large one look a bargain. So, the plus one is $17.96, but really for an extra 4 pence a month, you can get the premium, which is really essential, because you've got this. You've got watch list alerts there, right? I'm done it again. I'm showing the wrong screen, aren't I? Damn. How did I do that again? Hang on. Right. Let me just run through a few comments, and then I'll probably have to say all that again, probably. Oh, blimey. Quite a lot of things. Cyprian Bro, do you use any Mic or MacBook's native mic? Okay, that's a question. Actually, normally when I'm doing my videos and stuff, quite often I just use the MacBook's internal mic, and I have used the internal mic on live streams as well, which works perfectly all right. But as it happens at the moment, I'm actually using a Shure SM58 and a Focusrite interface, digital interface. So it's an analog mic, but it's a mic you use for bands, for like for singing and stuff. So that's what I'm using now. I think it sounds better than the internal mic. It doesn't sound massively better, but it does sound better. Also, what it means is if I sort of do stuff on the keyboard, you don't hear that in the mic as well. So I think that's pretty good. So that's what I'm doing. Cool. Right. What do you put in your coffee? Spine ship. I honestly, it's some coffee that I nicked it from the Airbnb that we stayed in Spain last month. It's actually an instant coffee, but it tastes like if it's made in a thingy, in a however they make us, like a machine. But it tastes like espresso. It's like, which is how I like my coffee. I like it, small and black and stupidly strong. Just mud really. That's pretty much how I like it. The math saying the studio mic is always going to be better for YouTube. Yeah, I'll tell you what I did as well. I bought one of those Rode mic arms as well that's like mounted on my desk. And they're really good because if I'm moving the mic around now. I know you can't see it, but I'm moving the mic around. Oops, I burped. Moving the mic around. I bet you can't hear that, can you? Which is really cool because if you have to move it for some reason, you don't want it creaking and all that kind of stuff, So, so there's that. Right, somebody doing something. Right, Go charting is a good alternative to TradingView. Maybe, but I'm, to be honest, as a YouTuber, if I started talking about a different charting thing, then I'm going to alienate like most of the audience, aren't I? But yeah, I've not tried that one, Nick, but I imagine it's probably very good. But I'm happy with TradingView, to be honest. Stanley Jennings, we can't see what you're pointing at. Yeah, I knew someone would tell me sooner or later. Right. Okay, let's go back over what I was just talking about. Right. So I'm talking about the this offer that TradingView's got at the moment, which is called the Crypto Boom Sale. So there's 5 days, 16 hours, 42 minutes, and 1 second left to get this offer. And as I say, this is the price in pounds. So like this is like the annual one. If you want to pay monthly, it's obviously a bit more, isn't it? And they don't really want you to do that, do they? They want you. They're trying to put you off paying monthly because that would be like £59 as opposed to like 14, which is enormously different, isn't it? But the annual one is not much difference. And like I was saying about the size of drinks in, I don't know, fast food places or whatever, that the medium size one only exists so they can sell the big one. Because you look at that and you think, well, you look at that and think, oh, that's cheap. That's probably all I need. There again, I get a bit more for that much. Oh, actually, it's only 4 pence more to get that one, so I'll go for that. And of course, that one you get 70% off. So that is enormous. Anyway, I will show you this thing about watch list alerts in a moment. That's in fact, I'll do it now. Right. Let's do it now. Right, let's try and get the swapping of the tab correct this time. Right, so like what we got here, right? We've got the price of Bitcoin on the 6-minute chart. And this probably isn't the best example because the price has just already crossed over the lower boundary. But let's have a look. Let's have a look at it on the 1 hour time frame. Okay. Well, this was something I was talking about yesterday, right? And I was saying that here, that the oscillator here was right down here on the -1 area here, right? Now, when that goes pink, that's normally a good sign that overall the price is going to go up. And it has indeed gone up since then. It's actually come down a little bit in the last few minutes, but that's what happened. So we kind of know that that's a pretty good, indication that the price is going to go up. Let's have a look at something else. Let's have a look at, I don't know, let's pick something random like XRP. Would that work? Yeah, okay. So XRP, you can see round about here, we went from red to pink and the price went up. Okay. What else? Let's pick one. Dot. Does dot ever go up? Yeah, I suppose so. Like here, going from red to pink and the price went up. going from red to pink there. The price definitely went up. Okay, so this looks like, you know, something you could use. Price of WXT going from red to pink. Okay, so we know that going from like red to pink on the oscillator is generally, you know, an area of interest for like any asset you're looking at with Stonksy. So what you can do here is you can set an alert, and rather than have the actual pair that you're looking at, you can actually set it for like your watch list. Okay, and then you'd be looking at Stonksy oscillator, for example, and then you'd be looking at the change going to, actually it's not called pink, it's called light red. Yeah, Dean, aka SMFC, refuses to call it pink because because he was saying that you've got dark green and light green, and you've got light red and dark red. So to have dark green and light green, dark red and pink isn't quite right. I think he might have some OCD issues. I'm not sure, but I don't know. For me, I'd have just called it red and pink, but you know, that's me. In fact, I'd have probably done red, pink, and then green and something else. I don't know. Or I'd probably call it like lime. I'd have a lime green and then a green. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so what you'd be looking at is the oscillator going to light red, and then what you could do, you could set that for whatever time interval you like. You know, so if you wanted to have that going, you know, when you're looking at the 1 hour time frame, which I think makes sense, and then here you could have it so it just goes off when that happens, but that would probably drive you mad because obviously there'd be lots of things going off all the time. Or you could have like once per bar, which well, would be okay, but then you'd have to sort of reset it, wouldn't you? So what you really want is some like once per bar close. So at the end of that hour period, then, you know, you will get, well, you'll get a bunch of notifications about all the assets in your watch list that have gone from dark red to light red. So that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? So you can just set an alert like that. Okay. I'm not sure if I'll leave that. Actually, no. Maybe I will leave it like that and see what happens. And that hourly candle will close in 36 minutes. So I think it's not set to make a noise. So I think it shouldn't be too intrusive. But you'll probably see. Well, you probably hear my phone go mad actually because I've got it to notify the app on the phone. But that's the sort of thing you can do with the TradingView Premium. And then, of course, the other thing you can do as well, if I'll just show you Bitcoin. Let me just turn Stonksy off for a moment. The other thing you can do, of course, is you can have like, you know, rather than being just, you know, the whole screen, you can split it into, say, you know, 3 screens. And then you can have like the 1 minute there, the 3 minute, and then the, I don't know, wherever you want, you know, the 1 hour, you know, you can look at it on multiple time frames like that, all at the same time. I'm looking at this now on a 14-inch MacBook, so it's not probably ideal, but obviously if you've got a great big monitor, you know, you could have like, well, you can have like, you know, billions if you want. You can have like 16. What would that look like? Oh my god. Oh, okay. Oh, my plan's only got 8. Okay, that's all right. That's as many as I will ever need. Yeah, that's not going to work on a 14-inch monitor, is it? Anyway, but you know, the options are there if you want to use that. So yeah, all I'm saying is, let's go back to here. Now might be a good time to upgrade to like your TradingView. I've done it. I bought an annual subscription last night, and what they do, if you've got like days left over, like I had 11 days left over on my current subscription, they just add it onto it. So my subscription runs out on like September the 23rd, 2026. Of course, by then there'll be like another offer like this, so you can just renew it then and carry on like that. Right. So that wasn't coffee. That was water. That was. Okay, so let's have a look at the chat. See what everyone's talking about. Scotty saying gold broke all-time high this morning. Bitcoin to follow. Okay, yeah, I did hear about gold actually. We can have a look at that if you like. That's good. Math saying non-expiring alerts is another good thing in TV premium. Yeah, it is, because I think with the essential one, they expire after like a month, don't they? And, I mean, you can restart them. But if you forget, it's kind of like, it's a bit annoying, isn't it? Anyway, all right, let's get this right. So let's go back to Bitcoin and look at what's happening. Okay, so you're probably wondering what these white lines are. I think they were weekly levels that I drew. Which I think I did correctly. So, yeah. Were they weekly? I can't remember now. Oh, yeah, it was these points here, wasn't it? These, it was these all-time high, well, these highs that I was looking at from 2024, which I thought might be of interest. I think it's because we were hanging around there the other day. So, yeah. I don't know. What do we all reckon? Do we all reckon it's going to go up? I think I do, actually. I think today's going to be all right. But it is the opening of the US after a bank holiday. And what would you think if you were, I mean, if you'd like not looked at the charts all weekend? And what was it on Friday? Friday was, I'm trying to remember now. Friday was last week, wasn't it? Yeah, so say you'd knocked off for work in the States, so that'd be more like 9 o'clock in the evening, wouldn't it? So something like, yeah, something like that. So the price would have been at like 108,506, and now you'd be seeing it at 109,382. Yeah. I don't know. Let's have a look at Stonksy again. Let's go back to the 1 hour. Now, you see, this did worry me a little bit because when was that? That was yesterday afternoon. So we went green, and I think that was during the stream, wasn't it? It went green, but then the price started to come down, and then it went red, and now it's in the sort of no trade area. But that is the situation. I want to keep an eye on the 6 minute though, because I want to see what's happening with this price coming down here. Because I think looking back in the past, that never sort of goes down there and just carries on going forever, as far as I can remember. Let's just have a look. See, that one was quite severe there, wasn't it? That was on a red background though. Does that ever happen on a green background? Let me have a look. So this one, it followed it down for a bit and then it sort of recovered, didn't it? That's the kind of thing I'm hoping for, something like that. How about this one? That wasn't a steep one. That's well, it was fairly steep actually, I suppose, there, wouldn't it? That's the kind of thing you want though. You want it where it just like wicks into the, the bottom of the channel and bounces back up again. That's kind of excitement you want. Right. Tell you what I might do is I might put a bit of music on. The old Dave Stonksy, what's it called? Daydreaming, I think it's called. Let me find that. Where's it gone? Daydreaming. There you go. Okay. Right. I have to do a Dave impression now. Superb. Right. Let's take that a little bit. Oh, well, turning down the wrong thing there. Right, I've got that right down. Let me just check that level. Down the wrong thing there. Right, I think it's all right. Okay. Boom. All right. Go back to the comments. Right. So Scott is saying seems to be a daily pump into New York Open. Yeah. So what is it? It's an hour away, isn't it, to New York Open? So I can't do a poll, unfortunately, because I haven't got access to the YouTube studio. Like Dave has, so I can't do a poll. But if you want to, like, spam the chat with like up or down, that would be quite cool. We can get an idea of the general sentiment. I think everyone's quite bullish, aren't they? I'll tell you what, I watched Block Pro this morning on Crypto Saving Experts YouTube channel, and if you don't know, Block Pro is a Dutch fella. He's like the resident trading guru in Crypto Saving Expert, and he is amazing. Actually, he's incredible, incredible guy. Just hang on a second. I'm just gonna make this a bit clearer, because I think there's too many lines and stuff. Maybe if I look at a different chart where I haven't scribbled all over it, that one might be good. And I might just turn off the support and resistance lines on Stonksy as well. So there's a way to do that, isn't there? Just remove those. I forgot where it is. Oh no, it's on the. There you go. So I'm just going to turn them off, just to make it a bit clearer. So otherwise it looks like a mad bunch of spaghetti, doesn't it? Does that music sound too loud? Sounds a bit loud to me. Let's turn it down a little bit. Okay. Anyway, so daily dump into New York Open. Yeah, it sometimes does that, doesn't it? So Math saying on the 4 hour, it looks like the price wants to come back up to pre-weekend levels. Okay, I'll have a look at that in a moment. I thought David dropped in for a minute there. Superb. Right, all good. Okay. Music's about right level here. Okay. All right. So let's have a look what Math is looking at. I'll tell you what as well. I think on the premium thingy, Stonksy, not Stonksy, on the premium TradingView, I think you get this like auto pattern thing. I have no idea how that works. Does anybody know? Maybe it's one of the indicators. I mean, I've used that one before, adaptive candlestick pattern thingy. Do you reckon it's auto? Maybe it's a built-in. So I actually think it's like a built-in thing. Okay, I don't know how you do that actually. Is it one of these patterns? No, don't know. Might have to Google that in a minute. See what we're doing. Okay, let's put Stonksy back on. Put us back on the 6 minute. And let's zoom in a bit and have a look at what's going on here. You see, it's starting to level out a bit there, isn't it? You can probably get an idea from the oscillator down here, you know. In fact, if we look back in the past, let's have a look. Might have to get a bigger screen, you know, for these live shows. But what I'm worried about is if I have a bigger screen, then I'll have obviously like a lot more on the screen, and I don't know how the rest of you watch this. I mean, I guess there's some people who watch it on a phone or like an iPad or something like that. Or but let me know in the chat what you're actually watching it on now. I mean, I tend to watch everything on my MacBook, but because you see what I'm saying here. If I had a you know, like if I had a 4K monitor and you know I'd like tons of stuff on the screen, then if you watch that on like a you know an average size laptop, you'd see it like really, really small, wouldn't you? But I think Dave uses a MacBook as well. Although I think he's got a bigger screen now. He's got like a 27-inch screen. Anyway, what was I doing? I was looking at the green. No, I was looking at the green backgrounds, and I was looking when it does that. What does the oscillator do? Okay, well that's gone red down to there, and it's got a green bullish thing there as well. Okay, that's interesting. See, when it came down there, you got a green arrow there, right? This one here, yeah, it looks like these green arrows are probably like the thing to look for after it started following the channel down. Yeah, that one's good, isn't it? This one, not so much, but to be honest with that one, you almost went to the outer channel, didn't you? So you'd know pretty damn well that if, in fact, it did, didn't it? Actually crossed over into the outer channel. So you'd know in that case that is probably definitely a place to long, isn't it? Like regardless of everything else, because that doesn't happen that often, does it? That might be another alert worth setting, you know. Yeah, because it did it there, didn't it? And then went up, not massively, but this one here. Actually, that one wasn't following it down, was it? So it looks like when it's following the channel down, that's kind of following it down, isn't it? Following it down, then you're looking for the oscillator coming off the bottom. All right, so I think I know what we're looking for now. I got this notification thing going. What's that? Okay, let me go back to where we are. Right. Okay. So, well, what I'm going to do here is like try and find you an entry, right? So we're coming down. Okay. Just trying to think if I've got an account that I could do a live trade with. I haven't really, because I've kind of in trades already, so I can't really do that. It'd be good though if I could, couldn't I? Then I could. I might have a Femex account. No, can't do that. So I've got my BLOFIN one's got a Solana trade going on in it, and my BitUnix one has a CRO trade. They're both actually a little bit underwater at the moment, but so that's that. But But let's have a look at this, you know, because I think this you know, this could be good, I think. But what we're looking for is that crossing the inner boundary. But yeah, let me show you how you could do this kind of thing for crossing the outer boundary, right? And you could do this with you know, a watch list made out of whatever you fancy looking at. So let me show you how to do that. So basically, if you go to home, right, and you go to products, and you go to, hang on, am I on the right tab? There you go, yeah. Okay, and then you go to screeners, and then you go to, let's say, crypto coins, right? And then let's say that you only wanted to look at, what should we have? Actually, let's just leave that for the moment, but let's go for the rank. Okay, so look, let's say you had like the top 200 cryptos, yeah? So you got 200 cryptos there, and you wanted to look at all of those, and you wanted to see which ones crossed over into that lower boundary so that you could long them, right? So what you can do here is just come into here, do a Control A, do a right click, and then go create new list, right? And then be like top 200 crypto, right? So you create up that list, right? Then you go back to super charts, what is dumping, isn't it? Right, so you go to super charts, and then you look at your top 200 crypto there. Okay. Oh, that's almost crossing that bottom there. That must be getting near a low. Must be, mustn't it? I've just got to have a look at one of my other trades for a moment. Just hang on a sec. I'm looking at getting another entry. So I'm not going to show you this because it's well, I don't want to show you everything, do I? But yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Nothing to worry about there. Right, why is my phone bleeping? My phone is bleeping because BTC price has fallen. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Right. Let me go back to the so how far is that going to come down? So I suppose at this point, what do? Do we look at a lower time frame? Anyway, I didn't finish doing that alert, did I? But so what the idea would be is we're looking at the top 200 crypto there. If you want to set an alert, you could do that by saying top 200 crypto, right? So that's the watch list that we've just created. And we're looking at the Stonksy itself, right? And then we're looking here at the outer channel break below, all right? And then you could have that on the 6 minute, for example. And then you could set this however you want. I think let's do it on only once per bar close, and we'll probably get a load of alerts in a moment, but then we can have a look. Oh, hang on. One alert to track an entire watch list. Oh, that's because I've got two already, isn't it? Okay. Oh. Hang on. So current plan 2. How many have I got? I've only got, oh no, I've got 2, haven't I? So I've got that oscillator one I just created. I'll actually remove that one because that was just for a demo, wasn't it? Okay, so I should be able to create this now. Okay, good. So I've now got this alert here. And I could give that a message saying long everything. Okay, so price boat. Okay, let's do that. And let's see what we get when this candle closes in 1 minute and 18 seconds. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll go to the alerts. I'll go to the log and I'm just going to clear these so we can see the new alerts when they arrive in 56 seconds time. And clearly Bitcoin's going to be one of those, isn't it? Just looking at my other screen, which seems to have frozen for some reason. I hope the stream hasn't frozen. And that's okay. I think it's all right. So there you go, 22 seconds to go, 20 seconds to go, unfolding, 16, 15. So I wonder how many alerts we're going to get, probably like 200. Oh, I'm hoping we see some things with like even better opportunities, you know? Okay. Not that many. So Bitcoin, obviously, and ontology. So let's have a look at ONT. You see that could also be an opportunity. And you'd never have thought of it, would you? You know, so let's have a look at that on the 1 hour time frame, for example. Now you see here what you could look for is let me just get rid of that. You could look for that and then zoom out, see what levels are going to be important, and you'd probably see, let's go to monthly, for example, just to get an idea of where it kind of reacted before. And you see that kind of around this sort of level here, isn't it? Like there. So if you were to get something like a horizontal ray, get the magnet. So it came down here and reversed there. So that might be an interesting level. Or even there. I suppose just where we are. Is that one there? It's not a good one, is it? But yeah, something like that there. So then if you zoom out to something like, I don't know, the 5 minute, you can see where we are. Well, let's do the 6 minute because that's what I've been using so far, isn't it? So 6 minute, you know, you could like, no, it's QNT. It's not ONT, is it? QNT it is. I don't even know what that is. Anyone know what that is? Quant. This might be the sort of thing, you know, where you could actually think, well, you know, let's try and long that, and that would be quite a thing, wouldn't it? Because that is clearly, you know, like off the off the channel, isn't it? With an asset that you don't know, it's probably worth looking back in the past to see what it did when that did that before. So obviously that did it there, didn't it? And it sort of recovered quite quickly. What else? Did it there, recovered. Yeah, let me just write that down. It says QNT, isn't it? I haven't a clue what it is. Is that going to turn around? So it looks like it's starting to already on the 1 minute, isn't it? Interesting. All right. So that's the sort of thing you can do with the TradingView Premium and Stonksy. You know, you can set these alerts like that for these like really super powerful things of when it does that. And obviously, if you look at things on like, you know, larger time frames, you're going to get less alerts, but you'll probably get things that are, you know, even better entries. I mean, it probably hardly ever happens with this. Doesn't really, does it? So maybe you could think, oh, okay, well, let's look at the 30-minute, see if it happens there. And really what you want is something that just happens like in every few weeks or something. So I'll go back to Bitcoin in a minute. So I'm just quite interested to see how well this works. Yeah, there you go. Did that cross over there? Nearly did, didn't it? No, not quite. Okay, so maybe the 15-minute. I bet a 10 minutes is probably good on this, isn't it? Yeah, so the 10-minute. Yeah, you'd have to be really careful, wouldn't you? Because like here, it only bounced up a little bit, but it always does bounce, doesn't it? Imagine you got that one. That'd be great, wouldn't it? So this is starting to bounce already. Yeah. Anyway, just an example of something you can do with, you know, with creating your own watch lists of certain things you want to look at, and it could be anything. You know, back in that screener, like I was saying earlier on. The screen. I mean, say you were looking at like stocks. You know, you could look at them by market cap, revenue growth, and you could create a list, create an alert for it, and just do that. So I think that's pretty powerful, really. Anyway, let's go back and have a look at Bitcoin, because that's obviously pooping the bed right now, isn't it? So yeah. So, oh, or is it bouncing? Or is it bouncing? Right. Okay. So look. Oh, that's 10 minutes. Hang on. Let's go to the 6 minute. That's 7. I missed. Right. 6. Okay. Right. So we're on a red background now. However, it has bounced off the bottom of that channel. Could that be a bottom before we go into the New York Open? It's possible, isn't it? See, it did it there, didn't it? And then it went up. Would that be a good entry now? Yeah, I kind of wish I had. If I had an account to play with at the moment, I'd probably think about maybe trying a little long there, because you don't often see the price go down to the edge of that outer channel. So that's pretty cool. Right. Anyway, let's have a look at the chat, because I think you've been busy over there, haven't you? Right. Excuse me, man. Oh, blimey. All right, so have a drink. If there's a patterns tab in indicators technicals. Oh, is there? Okay, I'll have a look. Patterns indicators. Okay. Technicals, patterns. All right. So this isn't in the normal TradingView. Well, that's good. I don't want all chart patterns. That'll be too much. What's one I like? Can you select multiple ones? Let's have a look at bearish flag, bullish flag. Oh yeah, you can. Oh wow, that could let's have the pennants. Oh, and you got all these candlestick patterns. God, some I've never heard of. Abandoned baby. Never heard of that. I know what a doji is. I know what a doji star is. Engulfing. They're always nice to see. Okay. Oh. Right. I'm just going to turn Stonksy off for a moment just so I can see what's going on. And let's just so that is bearish engulfing. Okay, so let's put this on a bigger time frame. Oh wow, it draws like, ah, that's cool, isn't it? Blimey, I didn't know it did that. Okay, so this is a bearish pennant, which we could drop out of and go down to 103. Wow. You could actually get this. You could get what do you call it? TradingView Premium, and you could have a YouTube channel, couldn't you? And you could just like leave this running. Like, I might actually do that, and just leave it running so people can see the patterns arrive. Now, do they work? That's the question. So the bearish pennant here didn't work. Right, so I'm kind of ignoring you lot. I will get back to you in a moment. Bearish pennant there. It didn't drop out there. So that, yeah, it didn't really play out, did it? I want to see some like flags. I quite like flags. So have a look at the daily. Ah, there you go. Oh, this is so cool. Brilliant. I didn't know it did this. Right, so that's a bullish flag. That's brilliant, isn't it? And then it broke out. That's awesome. When was that? That was back in April, wasn't it? And this green thing, what's that? That's a bullish pennant. Is that a bullish pennant? I suppose it is, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, get Stonksy anyway. From I've got the link in the chat at the top, but stonksy.io I think it is. Get that, and yeah, at the same time upgrade your TradingView, because these things are quite good fun. Yeah, like it. Nice. Right, let's have a look at the chat, see what you're all talking about. No, this is it's the problem with doing a live stream. Is like Scotty Charisma goes on a Mac. Oh, of course, I'm asking what you're looking at, the thing on a Mac. What bigness of Mac is that? Math just added all patterns. I'm now 100% patterns trader. Scotty Charisma, bouncy. I think it is bouncing, isn't it? I like setting the drum alert sound on the 1 hour close. Then it's like a real drum solo. I like the sexy. That's the one I like. QNT is a banker's coin. Okay. Isn't it? Isn't it what? Mr. Delta, hello, mate. That's right on the retracement line. Okay, that's good. 30-minute chart. That's cool. Okay, brilliant. All right, nice to see. Right, I just wonder what Scott is on about. Oh, QNT banker's coin. I don't know what it is. Let's have a quick look. I'm gonna have a little Google. Quant. Oh, I don't know what it is. Anyway, don't really care, really. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's all I care about, really. Anyway, let's go back to the 6 minute. It's probably a bit overwhelming up with all these things, isn't it, really? If they get on my nerves, I'll turn them off. But yeah, it's good to know they're there anyway. So that's quite a nice bounce, isn't it? Brilliant. Just gotta check my trade again. Hang on a sec. Sorry about this. Yeah, that's all right. That's fine. Yeah, it's always a bit. I keep meaning to like not be in a trade when I'm on the stream, but you know it's quite hard to not do that. I think I am actually. I think I'm actually addicted to trading. Actually, I probably think about it about 24 hours a day. I'm not sure if I dream about trading. I probably don't, but I have done in the past, definitely. Let's put Stonk. Let's turn. Shall I turn these off? Let's turn off the. I don't know. I quite like them. I want one to appear actually. What time frame do you think I should look at it on? 1 hour. I mean, patterns don't mean anything on small time frames, do they? I'll tell you what might be fun is if we look at it. Oh, hello. So that's that's. I bet if I look at it on the 1 second, right, this should be quite mad. It can't mean anything, surely. This would be quite good for one of those YouTube channels that just runs, isn't it? You could have like the 1 second time frame like that, and then just watch it draw things. I don't think but with that the engulfing things wouldn't mean anything, would they? Let's get rid of those. And then I think it'd only do it occasionally, wouldn't it? I think they're all wrong anyway, aren't they? Bearish pennant didn't work out. No, that's just silly, isn't it? How about the 1 minute? So I'm just having a little play around here. It's quite good fun. I don't know. Look, I'm actually gonna do I want to turn them off? Maybe I just hide them for the time being. And do that. Oh, hang on. I want Stonksy back. Stonksy is there. And I just want to hide that. Put that back on the 6 minute. And that's pretty good, isn't it? So, you know, we hit the bottom of that channel there. And you'd now be 0.57% up. So if you'd have done that on 10x leverage, 5%, you could have done quite quickly. It'd be a risky one though, because it's still on a red background. But the fact that we'd actually bashed into that outer channel is pretty cool. Did it do it on a higher time frame? Let's try it. So it did it on the 12 minute as well. Does that happen often? I bet it doesn't. Yeah, I might do maybe I might do a what you call it, make a video for the Stonksy channel about this, you know, because I reckon you could do really well by not just looking for the inner channel breaks, but looking for the outer channel breaks. You just have to get the time frame right, wouldn't you? Like that one there. And you probably have to, it works better when you're on a green background, doesn't it? Oh, look at that one. Oh no, it's not quite there, is it? I was hoping that would have broken the boundary there, but that certainly did the 6 minute thing and then went up 5%. That's a big deal for Bitcoin, that is. That was back in 22nd of August. Cool. Anyway, you can see there are lots of things you can do with alerts and Stonksy. And also, I think, like I'm saying, the idea of getting the premium TradingView is worth it at the moment, because you've got those 5 days when you can get a massive discount. I did just get a warning about something to do with my browser losing connection. Is the sound still okay? Let me just check. It seems all right. All right, let's have a look at some more comments. All right, so Scotty's saying, can we take a look at HBAR? Yes, of course we can. Hit the 50. Hit the 50 on daily fibs, could be due a bounce. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, we can do that. Let me just make a note of this. That's HBAR. Math, do the channel breaks on the upside work well too? We can have a look at that any second now. Do you mean for like shorts? Yeah, they probably do actually, but we can check that in a moment. Let's have a look at HBAR for Scotty, wasn't it? So HBAR. What is HBAR? Is that's not Hedera thingy, is it? Or is it whatever it's called? Oh, yeah. Right, that's a 12 minute. See, that's a 12 minute, and that's, yeah. So I'll bet you on the 6 minute, that's that as well. Yeah, I reckon that's a good one as well. tell you what, let's put that there. Let's double the screen. Let's put Bitcoin on this one. I can't remember what chart I was looking at actually. That one will do. Right, so that's on the 6 minute and that's on the 6 minute. Now, whatever one I've chosen there hasn't got the green background. No, it wasn't green, was it? Or was it green? I can't remember now. What was I looking at before? It was... It was something like... Was it the index chart? Okay, yeah. No, we got a bearish arrow there. So if you did go long back there, then be careful. Maybe move a stop loss to entry, I would say. But that is doing pretty much the same as H bar, isn't it? I also noticed that Ethereum is bouncing as well. Let me just take a quick look at that. Ethereum USD. Okay, so this is the Ethereum chart. This is a 12-minute chart, which is nice and green now. Actually, let's look at the 6 minute. Okay, that's in the no trade bit there on the 6 minute. It's also no trade on the 1 hour as well. That's how I've got my alternate time frame set. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's over here. It basically means that you can actually monitor a different time frame regardless of what time frame you're looking at. So for example, I'm looking at this on the 6 minute time frame, but I've got the higher time frame to monitor set to 1 hour. So what that does, that shows these flags. So at the moment I know that Ethereum on the 1 hour thing is in the no trade zone, but the fact that it came down here and it didn't actually quite cross that outer boundary, did it? But pretty near. Okay, so let's have a look at Bitcoin and look at the top thing, like what Math was asking about. So let's look at it on the 6 minute time frame. No, when did it cross? Right, did so there. Didn't go straight down, did it? But it did, and when it did, it went down pretty well. Okay, so that was a good one. That one there. Now that one there is on a green background, so would you have been shorting that there? Possibly not, but it would have worked out, wouldn't it? So that might be something to look out for, you know? Like if you're getting something like that, but it's conflicting against the background, you might think, well, okay, well, that's pretty extreme. So that one maybe wins. Let's find some more examples. Right. What we got? Right. Oops. So here, look at that. That's brilliant. So we went over the outer boundary there. And and then we came down massively. That would have been a brilliant short. Yeah, it actually seems to work even better on the shorts, actually, I'd say. I mean, literally just, you know, from there down to there, 3%. That's pretty cool. Okay, it's fun another. That's good fun, this. I like this. So yeah, maybe this is my answer really, is to prevent me over trading, as I should be looking at higher time frames. I'm just going to close down a few tabs because I think I've got way too many tabs open, which is affecting the stream a little bit. Oops, just closed them all down there. Right, so I'm just moving my screens around. Right. Okay. So what was I looking for? I was looking for these one. So that one there. That one, not so good. That one kind of went sideways for a bit, and then, I mean, it went down eventually. In fact, it went down quite a lot eventually, didn't it? Oh, hell of a lot. Yeah. There's one there. Yeah, so I think the answer to your question, Math, is yeah. I think it does work pretty well on the top of the channel, of the outer channel. So I think I might get in the habit of looking at that a bit more often, and probably more definitely set an alert for that kind of thing. Let me just check my phone because I've got a few bleeps going off there. I just wondered if that was some notifications. Okay, no, it wasn't. All right. No worries. Yeah, nice. Anyway, where are we now? So we are bouncing a little bit here now. Still on a red background, so I would still be careful. So if you'd have longed, what kind of trade would you be looking at? Do you know what? I hardly ever use the actual, you know, this thing. What do you call it? The long position thing. I probably should, shouldn't I? Oops. See, I don't even know how to use it. I see. So I think at the moment I would have probably, you know, if I was longing this, I'd probably put my stop loss to, I think what I'd do is I'd put it below the outer channel there, because we know that doesn't happen very often, don't we? And it doesn't do, in the outer channel, it doesn't do what it does on the inner channel. It doesn't like follow it down like that. So I think a reasonable strategy would be, you know, to put your stop loss below that outer channel. I mean, me myself, I would probably put it to break even there, because I'm a bit like that. I'm a bit, you know, in a way, I'd rather my trade close with no profit than I lost money. So That's what I tend to do. But yeah, so target. I think for a target, you could have. Well, to be honest, that's probably not a bad entry, is it? So you could probably have almost anything. For a target, you could have near the all-time high, to be honest, and that would have been a good entry. So, yeah. So I think that could go nice and high, depending on how long you wanted to stay in the trade. So there you go. I think that is a good example of how you could have used Stonksy to get into this long trade. And from that, breaking the lower boundary there on the 6-minute time frame, by now you would be 0.83% in profit with no leverage. If you use 10x leverage, you'd be 8% in profit. I think that's pretty cool. So there you go. What do you reckon? That was good, wasn't it? Let's have a look at the comments. So Scotty saying H-bar looks to be retesting neckline of a double bottom breakout on daily. Okay, so look at that at the moment. Debut mastering afternoon all yourself. Where's Devolt? Hello, mate. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. If you want to come on, Wiz, you're more than welcome. Let me know and I'll send you a link. If you want to come on and have a chat, I know you quite like popping in from time to time. I did watch your show. Well, I watched some of it this morning, which was pretty cool. Right. By the way, okay. If you don't know Wisdevolt, he's an amazing guy. Only a young lad, and yeah, he seems to be extremely knowledgeable. He's really good with things. Like, all right, he said I can pop my head in for a bit. Okay, let me get you a invite link. That'd be great. So, right, I've got a link, and just need to find you on Telegram. I actually had a thing with just like a couple of people. Oh no, it's happened as well. Oh, hang on. Yeah, a couple of people on Telegram where like right, there you go, Wiz. I've sent you a thingy. Sent you an invite list and invite link. If you want to come over, that'd be really nice. Yeah, I've had a thing on Telegram with a couple of people recently where all of a sudden, like, they disappear completely, and like the whole conversation has like disappeared. I mean, that actually happened with the guy who works at Stonksy, who does the thumbnails for the videos. And like, obviously, when I was filling in for Dave before, I was I was getting him to do the thumbnails every day, and then I went to do it for like this week when I'm standing in for Dave, and like the entire history had disappeared, because obviously I decided to do a stream on Sunday night, and I was going to just reuse one of the old emails. I was going to reuse one of the old thumbnails, and they'd all disappeared. So I had to do like a screenshot from YouTube, and it was a bit of a fuzzy thumbnail, but no one seemed to notice. But yeah, just weird. I don't know. It's like some really weird going on with Telegram. And it happened with my friend Math, who's Math's here at the moment as well. And we were blaming it on Linux. because he just moved over to using Linux for some reason. I think he's just one of those people. And oh, here we go. Here's Wiz. Hang on, let's add him to the stage. Hello, mate. Say that again.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. How you doing? You're right.
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks. How are you?
I'm really cool. Yeah, I'm good. I tell you what, I'm really pleased you're here because I need to pop to the toilet actually, and that'd be like really good. Yeah, I was going to get in touch anyway and see if you wanted to come in, do like a longer show like on Friday or something. But
I should be around on both Thursday and Friday. Yes.
Okay.
Work for me.
Brilliant. Okay, because I know that's normally your day when you pop in.
It's
pop in with
Friday
Dave,
with Dave.
Cool. Yeah, so that was pretty good with Stonksy, wasn't it? Just then, just catching that bottom with the 6-minute thingy. Did you see it?
Nice little reversal. Yeah, I must admit, I barely looked at charts today. It's a not really a trading week for me. But,
okay. Any reason for that?
It's just one of those weeks where it's just a lot of news. I've had a few good weeks, and I think the positions I'm in are quite nice at the minute. And I'm trying to exercise some discipline in not taking positions, although there's a couple of things that stick out to me that I end up taking positions on. But on the whole, just nothing's interested me really this week.
Okay, fair enough.
It's just one of those weeks.
Right. You haven't noticed any of this weird Telegram thing happening where an entire person just disappears, have you?
Not particularly, although my Telegram is, as you can imagine, quite destroyed, I think is the word.
Okay. All right.
I seem to try and clear my unread chats, and then I'll come back a week later and I've got like 1,500 unread chats on Telegram. It's it's not fun. Nothing's really caught my eye this week. I've had the occasional thing on alts, but it's just been a little bit seesawy. I bought some VIX. I want to say like the week before last.
Yeah.
So that's now finally starting to come good. And I'm in, what am I in? I'm in a long-term short on the Mag 7, in particular NVIDIA.
Okay.
So that's looking quite nice. I think my average entry on that is 1814.
I would go and look at it, but we're only like a minute from New York Open.
Yeah.
So,
we're 169 pre-market on NVIDIA.
Okay.
So right. Yeah, it's the Mag 7 are looking pretty ropey. Which depending on what position you are in on them. But yeah, it's a lot of news this week as well that I think is one of the things that I don't really have interest in. I think red folder news on every single day this week in the US.
Mm-hmm. Right, almost at New York Open. I haven't got a bell, so I'm gonna have to improvise. so I can't really to get. I don't know. I need to get something, don't I? Be like something hilarious. I don't know what it is. Like don't know. I'll have to think of something and surprise. But there you go. It was a biro and a pint glass. There you go. Anyway, right. So what's it going to do? What do you think? What do you think the price is going to do? Dump like usual.
I think we'll have a bit of a whipsaw. Ultimately, I think in the near term it's down. I think over the course of the month it's up. There's news at it's 3 p.m. US time. So what's that? That's like 7 p.m. today, isn't it?
Oh yeah, what's happening?
Yeah.
It's
So you've got, what have you got today? So you've got ISM, PMI, and ISM manufacturing, and then you've got President Trump speaking. Actually, this is UK time, so it's in half an hour. You've got ISM,
Yeah.
Half an hour, you've got ISM, and then President Trump at 7 p.m. tonight. We had European CPI this morning that came in just above forecast. And yeah, the CPI flash estimate came in line. But you've got it's quite a fun week. I say fun depending on what side you're in, but macro this week is very, very, very interesting because a lot of macro forces are coming to bear this week.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen much in the news. Justin and I covered it a couple of days ago, but the gilt market is one to keep an eye on.
Okay.
The gilts are pretty horrendous.
Have you got anything you want to show and talk about just while I go for a quick pee?
I can share my screen and walk through stuff I've got, and if people have tickers, I can show what charts I have.
Actually, this is when all right, I'll only be gone about a minute, but when I come back, because there's something that I do want you to show me if you can. It's something that a friend of mine asked me about. It's basically when I've noticed on your videos, and by the way, do go to Wizzy's channel. It's called The Wizard of Alt. I noticed in your videos you really like the monthly and weekly levels, and you kind of like popping on your levels at, and I know for some people, including myself, sometimes I actually think, why did he put that there, or why did he do that? And it'd be really nice if you could just show me what's going on in your head when you're putting those levels on. That'd be really good. Anyway, if you get a screen up, I'll remove mine.
I think that's the right one.
And then I'll add yours. Right, and I'll be right. Everyone, I'm gonna leave you in the comfortable hands of Wiz, and I'll be back in about a minute. Right, probably less than that, actually. All right.
What is there to look at? So, I guess we've got on Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks pretty boring. What's everyone looking at? Is anyone trading anything? Any alts? Yeah, this is just seesaw. That's just seesawing. Solana, I'm still waiting for. Sui, also boring. What else have we got? Link, fairly boring. Ada, also boring. VIX. This is essentially what we're seeing. So you're seeing now a run in volatility. So yeah, dollar gold long yields. Yeah, look at these. These are horrendous.
I'm back, by the way.
Nice. Yeah, everything's. It's just a flight for safety this week. I think with all the economic news this week, it's basically it's not a fun week.
Okay.
I mean, that's US bonds. The UK is screwed. I don't know if you've seen this, but this is long dated yield. So this is the 30-year government bonds. There was an auction yesterday, and we are now at levels that we were 30 years ago. You've got rates coming down, but yet this continues to rise. So yeah, when you have your market crash, Mr. Save, these will be what brings the market down.
Okay, so I'm planning on buying a house sometime in the next 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
So what do I do? Do I wait till? Do I wait till?
So that would be financial advice. Oh
yeah.
It's an interesting one. I think the issue that they've got now, and it's probably something I'll dive into on a video, but we are. I don't know whether this will put the brakes on rate cuts. This is, as from an economist point of view, really scary because you're cutting rates, but these are still going up. And if you look, so like post 2008, when they started cutting rates to near zero,
Yeah.
that moved down, as you can see, also to near zero. This, however, they've been cutting since, I think, when did they start cutting? It was like 2023, wasn't it? I think the cuts started coming in. So you've essentially had like cuts around here, and yet it's still going like that, which indicates that they expect inflation to still be in the economy, and B, also people don't want to lend their money to bonds. Now, this is actually also a little bit bullish because you'd think of a lot of money that would typically be in bonds that may also now need to find a new home, and whether these pension funds will decide Bitcoin perhaps is a new home for some of our allocation, or I mean, to be honest, the obvious candidate for where do you put your money is this thing, which is why this thing is now at all-time high.
Right.
Or into, I've not actually got silver on here. I've got way too many watch lists. Or you go into, or you think, you know what, I will put my money in silver's actually down today. Or you say, I will put my money into this thing. Or I will put my money into this thing rather than government bonds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything's just a flight for safety. I think at the minute it's pretty troublesome week on the news front. But crypto's holding up nicely.
Yeah, funny that.
So yeah, that's essentially, in a nutshell, the macroeconomic situation is. It's not rosy, not rosy, and I think ultimately, certainly in the UK, I think if I was putting a date on when things will start to really crack, I struggle to see a way in which the UK gilts make it through another Rachel Reeves budget. I don't want to get too political, but I think she's on a road that she has no way to go and no brakes to stop.
Okay. So March 2026, is it? Is it still March, the budget?
So there's an October statement. So the October statement will be really interesting because she'll have to essentially, if I get this back up, essentially this thing will go nuts if she announces things that will make the deficit continue to grow.
Right.
The only way to really stop this from going up is if the UK manages to demonstrate some fiscal responsibility.
Yeah,
I don't have a lot of hope
that's not going to happen.
I did have this drawn on. This was my so this is the 10-year ones. This is like the mid-year gilt ones, and as you can see, that was the height of the trust budget at 4.5. We're now at just shy of 4.8. Excuse the French up here, but that's quite a worrying zone.
Yeah.
I moved the line around. That zone, I won't say on stream, is the level we were in 2007 and 2008. And it wasn't a particularly rosy financial time at that point of view.
It wasn't. No.
And the US 10 years pretty much the same. The US 30 year is pretty horrendous as well. So this will be, when people talk about market crashes, this will be the thing that governs a market crash. There is two forces government answer to. One is the public, and the public don't get to vote in the UK for another 4 years. and the other is the markets, and this is what the UK government has no influence on because it's a free market, and yeah. Yeah, so that'll be one to watch alongside obviously your crypto.
Okay, so we're all doomed.
I mean, I will say it's and I think everyone should have a watch list like this set up in their TradingView, but this is really helpful. So this is basically all the Bitcoin different currency pairings.
Right.
And as you can see, they're not all equal. So Bitcoin pound is up 2.3%, whereas if you look at it against the Korean won, it's only 0.7.
Right.
So this is actually quite a good way from a Forex point of view to understand just like where Bitcoin is moving against different currencies. As we can see, the dollar down here, Turkish lira holding up relatively well, although this is probably the easiest chart you'll ever trade.
Okay. I know it's like Block Pro always talks about he trades the Bitcoin Euro chart, doesn't he? I think.
Yeah. So you have Euro, you've got Mexican peso, Polish zloty, Brazilian real, South African rand. Someone obviously clipped a load there. And then you've got the same with ETH. So you can see ETH's actually performing quite well today against the Australian dollar.
How weird.
Yeah. So any Australians who hold Ethereum, you can be quite happy today, assuming you don't hold a lot of Australian dollars, which you probably will if you're Australian.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so what did you wish to ask me about?
So say you've got a chart in front of you and you're putting on your monthly and weekly levels. Just I don't know, pick anything and then just
you
tell
want
me
a clean chart with nothing on it?
Yeah, I reckon
okay,
so.
Right. Name me a ticker.
Let's do CRO.
CRO.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if that's a good one.
That's quite a hard one to do because you're basically
no,
uptrend here.
No, let's not do that. Let's do Ethereum.
Okay.
This, by the way, is I know Mr. Delta was asking me about this, so I'm asking this for you as well. So if you do appreciate everything, by the way, please do give the live stream a like and make sure you are subscribed.
So let's have a look on the monthly. So what I look for here, so this is a Block Pro special. So essentially what you're looking for is where on a time frame you have two candle body closes next to each other.
Okay.
So if I was going through, I would say zoom in here.
But obviously you want two candle closes of different colors, yeah?
Yeah, no, they can be the same.
Oh, okay.
They can be the same. Although typically to get two candle closes next to each other, you'll have two different ones. So that one, I would go there and I would press Alt-H. So that's a nice monthly level.
But aren't you looking for you're looking for a kind of pivot. You're looking for when the price changes direction, aren't you? So
not necessarily.
So what's
not necessarily. So you're looking, essentially, you'll have a reaction of some form, but you don't have to have an overall trend pivot to have this.
Okay.
So, for instance, I might consider this a level, despite the fact between these two candles you had no trend pivot.
Right.
Go back to where. So you've got a monthly level there, which, as you can see, is quite interesting. Those two would be quite close together, but you can see here this level that has been respected before and has acted as resistance was also where you had an impulse.
Okay.
So the levels do tend to have a reaction of some form.
Okay.
So the next level that spots my eye is this one, and this one does have a reaction.
Right.
So I would go there. that one. They're a little bit off, but I quite like the look of it. So if I can't find another one, I would gravitate back to that. But that one I like. This one I like, even though it's slightly off. You've got another one there. You've got an interesting one there. One there. That's an interesting one because, as you can see, it's come down and that's acted as a pivot upwards. Yeah. I'm going to add that one just because, actually, no, there's one there. And that gives, so I would then, so as you can see, everywhere you've had this monthly level, you've had a reaction of some form there.
Right.
I would go and label each of those, but we'll just go through and then go on to the weekly. You can refine them, but you can see where even on the monthly you've seen reactions. So this one here you can see is a key level. This one here you can see has acted as a key level.
Right.
As does this one. Yeah, and same with up here. So you would then go through and you'd find stuff on the weekly and you'd adjust these to fit where they need to fit. So this one, for instance, I might look at, rather than putting a new one, I might go there, and we can see that's a really key level because you've got weekly candles there, you've got weekly candle closes on there, you've got that. So this is what you would probably have marked out as an area of interest, because if it holds this, it goes up. If it loses it, you may go down.
Okay.
You can see here you can see here where it's acted as resistance, and then once it's lost it, you've lost the level and you've moved down onto this next one. You've pushed up, you've not managed to hold that level, so you've come down through this level, retested this one, resistance, gain, push up, and then once it held here, you pushed up a level.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Oh,
thanks for doing this.
Yeah, I've got actually. So I've probably some of the tickers I did for videos actually work really well for this. This one is completely manipulated, so this seems to fit on. And you can see just like how much this thing respects the levels. I mean, this thing is completely manipulated price action. I will caveat, but
okay.
You can see hold, gain, level there. Once it lost it, you're then looking down. It works really well on meme coins. Pump Fund was a prime example as well. I didn't take the position on this one, but from a level perspective, I had. So if I go on to the 4 hours, a lot more. So this one, you can see, I had this weekly level marked out. So this was a really strong level in what was quite a new ticker. So this weekly level was always something that I think you would see some sort of reaction on. And as you can see, this weekly level ended up being, if you took the entry on it, which unfortunately I did not, that was the perfect entry. So you can see it came down, retested this weekly level, and then held it. And from there, you then got quite a nice push back upwards.
Nice. Thanks so much for doing that. That makes a lot more sense now. Yeah.
This thing annoys me.
What's that?
You know, you were talking about exchange tokens.
Oh yeah.
I wondered what on earth this was. This thing is obscene. Every time I get this up on a stream, I end up having to move this box. This is an exchange token.
Bloody hell.
I mean, this is just obscene. the state of that.
What's that percentage-wise? That's
2,299
Jesus Christ.
in essentially. If you went back to June, yeah, it's 2,000% since June.
Wow. That's about. Sorry, do you want a quick look at some comments? James was saying multitasking. Yeah. Okay. What time is GMT is Trump's speech? It's
7 p.m.
That's UK time, isn't it? Like
Yeah, 7 p.m. UK time. So news perspective, we've got ISM at 3 o'clock, so 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And then President Trump at 7 p.m.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So Ivalo saying you're waiting for what on Solana? Solana, I was waiting for Solana to go up. James saying I'm long from the dip pump, Sol and Link, trying to find an entry for ETH and ADA too.
Oh, I've got some good levels for you on ADA that I can get up. I also was going through. I was putting together a list of exchange tokens for video, and I typed in BitGet. I think I made this for someone a long time ago in your community, didn't I? When I was on a stream, it's always quite interesting to come back and look. And that level is
bloody hell. Yeah, you're done well there.
It's ADA's a really good one that moves with levels. This is a bit complicated, but so what have I got marked out in ADA? So yeah, ADA, you can see monthly level here is just pure support and resistance. And then eventually this weekly level down here, I wish I had an entry, to be honest. At the weekly level, you'd have had a nice 4-5% move. Some of these can go off. These are back tests that have evidently been fulfilled. Actually, that might be an interesting one to keep there. Yeah, that's what I had marked out for ADA. You've got big zone of liquidity.
That's one thing I've never ever traded. Never ever.
ADA, it moves quite well. I have no reason to use it, but it's I think it just moves really well, and I think it's because you've got obviously sort of the financial services element to it. It just seems to move really well. Similarly with Link, XRP also does the same, but I don't like XRP on a fundamental level.
Yeah,
that's a fairly interesting point. Not financial advice, but you have a relatively easy long at this point because you've got basically invalidation below here.
Okay.
ENA, I'm actually long on that. Gave me a second bite of the cherry, but I didn't take that one. Yeah, and I just find the levels so easy to trade with because stuff just tends to just move within them, especially like low cap stuff like this. As you can see, Berachain just rejected purely off that weekly level and just holds this daily level. So you can just range trade.
Okay.
So that tends to be what I like to do is I'll just trade stuff in between a range until the range breaks. Particularly stuff that is quite manipulated. Like this thing just moves between ranges. I mean, this is a meme coin of some variety, but this basically just moves between levels.
Okay.
Same with gold.
So I'm just getting a bit distracted by Bitcoin, actually. It's doing all right.
Oh, what's it doing? Ooh. Come on, come into here. Come into here and TP me, please.
Where's your
Then
where's
you
your,
can nuke. Then you can nuke.
where's your TP?
It's around here,
Okay.
112-ish.
Okay. Right.
My entry was down here, so it's just a little scalp.
Nice.
But it'd be interesting actually if we get it onto a low time frame, because we'll have news in a second. Got news in 4 minutes. Tell you what, that's a beautiful reversal in.
It's good, wasn't it? I think that, you know, it was quite. I was quite happy. I was on the Stonksy stream actually, because it. I hadn't really looked at because I'd been looking at the 6 minute time frame, looking at breaking that inner channel thing, but I hadn't really looked at Bitcoin breaking the outer channel on the 6 minute.
No.
And it doesn't do it that often, but it did it then, you know, and it obviously reversed really nice. So it was actually a really good signal, and you know, really good reason for everyone to go and get Stonksy. So yeah.
What have we got on the stock front? I've not even looked at stocks today. Is everything battered?
No, please do.
Nvidia clawing back.
Who?
Nvidia's clawing back.
Oh, Nvidia.
I still think a lot of this, a lot of the pattern I think I see here is that I think there's a lot of institutional profit taking that will dump it, and then they'll start buying again a little bit to start a rally. And I think there's a lot of retail money that's getting trapped in here.
Okay.
That's still trade desk. I think is an interesting one. I know Dave and I have spoken about this in our zones of interest. Which is marked out there. Being a little bit patient on it. Ooh. That's nasty. There's a lot of pain to come in stocks, I think.
Yeah.
Some that are really bad. There's some low cap stuff I've got that's fairly horrendous.
Are you worried?
Not particularly. I've been trading levels between them, so it's not too bad. So what have I got? What's one of the low caps? I've got this, but I quite like this. This is holding around this range quite well, and obviously quite a lot of potential upside on that. I'm short on this, waiting for it to roll over. I've shorted here. This thing, I'm waiting to fall. Circle, this is one that I was chatting to Dave about. Not quite into my bid zone yet, but it's getting very close. This thing is just a monster. This is my best buy of the year, I reckon. A best buy of the cycle.
Yeah, I think Mr. Delta will be happy about that, because he's got iron as well. So on your suggestion, I think so. Yeah. Oh, also, Mr. Delta says only 11 likes, guys. 20 plus.
Yeah, get liking. We've got news in 1 minute, so I will go back to Bitcoin.
I know. I've got too many tabs open.
We also have a long on World Liberty Financial that I'm half out of.
I thought you'd probably be in that.
I was waiting patiently for the bottom yesterday and got in. Here we are, pending. So we are forecast 49 on the PMI, and we've come in 48.7.
Is that good?
Slightly under, but not bad.
Okay.
And manufacturing prices, we've come in 63.7 instead of forecast 65.1.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
So the price looks okay. What's it going to do?
Here we are.
Well, sadly, that's the end of the stream. Actually, I was just getting into it then, and but yeah, do you want to pop along on Friday then? And I think that'd be nice.
I'm happy to come along on Friday.
That'd be great.
How am I feeling about Aero? Oh yeah, the drone stock. I've not even looked at it. What's it doing? Ooh, gives me more time to buy. This is a gradual entry thing. I see this as a relatively longer term position. So yeah, like that's perfect. I bought some here. I've not top blasted, so I'll buy some more here. So good chance to top up, I think. Not financial advice, but yeah. I like to layer entries anyway, just to average things out. So when I'll long something, I'll tend to put like 4 or 5 different entries on and just divide my entries up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
That news was a bit of a nothing though. I think we're retracing the pump.
Okay.
Yeah, the big one's tomorrow. I think it's Jolts tomorrow, if I'm right. Yeah. Yeah, we've got some. Yeah, it's Jolts tomorrow at 3 p.m. So that will be a nice bit of volatility in the market.
Oh, I've been trading some ZRO, which that's gone up nicely. That's good.
That's another one that moves really, really well in the levels.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Nice. Brilliant. I think we're done, actually. Wes, thank you so much for popping in. That's brilliant. And
no problem.
Thank you for everyone who came along. I think we're all done, really. Yeah, have a great day, everybody, and thanks for everyone who came. Can you do us all a favour? Can you click like on your way out, and make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you got the notifications set on all. Above all, tell your friends, and what else? Yeah, do check out Stonksy. The link for that is at the top of the chat, and also in the description as well. I have put a link in the description as well that gets you $15 off TradingView if you decide to go for an annual plan. And I do think then that offer at the moment, which is open for the next 5 days, is worth doing if you want to get the premium plan, or even just the essential one. That's pretty cheap anyway. I think the middle one's a waste of time, but yeah. So there's that there if you need it. There's also a BLOFIN link at the top of the chat and also in the description that I believe gets you VIP 1 fees. I think it's forever actually. So, but it's a kind of, it's not official that. So please do take advantage of that. But you get amazing sign-up bonuses and all that, and everything as well. All right. So what's goodbye for me? And any last words, Wiz?
Don't get wrecked. And yeah, this week is going to be very, very choppy. There is a lot of news this week. So yeah, just listen to what Stonksy says and do your own research.
There you go.
Don't trade without stop loss. Otherwise you will get wrecked.
You heard it from the man himself. All right. Take care, everyone, and see you soon. Right. Bye.
See you later.